What an amazing film. It gives us so many opportunities to hear from you because we know you have all kinds of thoughts and questions about your beloved characters. Some of you may have even been seeing this for the very first time in terms of Puffin Rock. This is the North American premiere of the feature film, but I know a lot of you are familiar with the series. So you'll see new characters. I know you have tons and tons of questions, and we're going to come around to you very shortly. We've got two folks on either aisles. And I'm just going to start off because this film so beautifully ties into something that we do at NICIF, which is a program called Science on Screen. And we know that you did a beautiful initiative that is a habitat-related initiative with Puffin Rock. There's so many beautiful themes there. So basically, a habitat is a home for animals, and there's so many different kinds of habitats in Puffin Rock. They're so beautifully illustrated, descriptive, and we know that Puffin Rock was also inspired by an actual habitat in Ireland. So why don't we start off with you, Jeremy, and then Lorraine, we can talk to you about that inspiration and creating these amazing environments for these beloved characters.
Yes, we have in Ireland, we have around the country islands of puffins where puffins live. So they come and nest for 6 months, 8 months of the year and then go out to sea. So that's where the inspiration came from. That's where it started, was one of those islands. The Salty Islands is in Wexford and Rathlin Island in Northern Ireland. But the habitats of Puffin Rock are very important to us on the show. They're very factual based. Not that the general audience would notice, but the plants that you see in Mossy's home that we call the undergrowth, they're the type of plants that would exist in that area in Ireland, in the meadow where May lives. The plants that are there are the type of plants that would exist if you went to a meadow in Ireland. So yeah, we're trying to be as factual as possible with the environments and the habitats.
Yeah. Lorraine, tell us about that detail. It's so gorgeous and so rich.
Well, the other part of it is obviously you get to see the world, but in the stories that we tell, we also try to introduce some information, and that's why the narrator is such a really important character to us, because he helps us ask the questions that we would want to ask at home. And he sometimes tells us information that we wouldn't otherwise have. And sometimes we get to just meet characters and find out all about them. So we meet, caterpillars and butterflies and bees, and we find out about their work and, what they do in nature.
Yeah. Bats. All right. Who wants to talk about these amazing characters? I see lots of hands going up. Let's see. Allegra, can you help us over on this side? There we go.
Hi, what's your question? Go ahead.
Are puffins gonna be extinct or not?
Flynn the fox? Puffins? No, I think people can help. We can all do little things about looking after nature, and I think there's a lot of people in the world who really want to make sure that doesn't happen. So I think we all have to work together to help nature, and all birds and all animals, not just puffins.
Yeah, just like the Puffin pals did. That's a really good question. Okay, let's see. I can't see very well, so help me out. There you go.
Are any other animals in the Puffin Rock gonna go extinct?
We're going to work really hard to make sure that doesn't happen.
They did such a good job. What I really love is the message about it's never too late to make things right. So tell us a little bit about developing that story, because that's such an intense thing that I know that we all feel, and especially kids feel.
Yes, we even though we do touch on climate change and stuff, because it is happening, it is never too late to particularly for it's what Isabel learns, that if she just stands up and tells the truth, it's not going to be as bad as she thinks it will be, and she'll be able to make it right with Oona and her family. Yes, so it's never too late.
And I think working together, I think that's also a really important message in the film. And I think that it helps us in our lives as well, that working together can help us achieve great things.
Yeah. Okay. Do Do we have a question over here? Maybe right there.
Are all baby puffins blue when they're just born?
Pretty close. They're kind of a little bit of a grey color, yeah. It's so that they can hide really well and that they can be safe. So they blend in, and that's why they have that color.
Oh, that's such a cool question. Such a cool answer. Wow. Okay. Let's see. We've got a question up here.
Do you have a question? Okay. How much movie did you make?
Do you mean like how long did it take to make the movie? Is that the question you're asking? Or can you?
How many?
Oh, how many?
Well, this is our first Puffin Rock movie, but Cartoon Saloon has made other movies, so you can watch those as well.
Big yeah, you're in for a very big treat. And then we have some questions back there.
Can some puffins be purplish colored?
Yes. So we based the puffins in the movie. There's 3 types of puffins: Atlantic puffins, which are live in Ireland, horned puffins, and tufted puffins. So tufted puffins, when they're younger, are a little bit purple, like Isabel is a tufted puffin, and they have a purple tinge here that grows out into the white kind of bit that comes off their eyes and stuff. Yes.
That's so cool. Let's see, we have a question back there.
That the animals in Puffin Rock, are some animals real? And they are.
Yeah, there's all those animals are real animals. Yeah, you can see them out in the wild, in the countryside.
Are the whales blue whales?
They're fin whales, I think. Yeah, so they're slightly smaller than blue whales, but we have fin whales around the coast of Ireland.
All right, I have a question over there.
Why was there a storm?
Oh, why was there a storm?
That just happens sometimes in nature. So there's all different kinds of weather at different times, and sometimes a storm comes. But I think that nature has a lot of different types of weather, and when you go to different places as well. So sometimes some places when you go it's hot, some places when you go it's cold. In Ireland it's really cloudy and rainy sometimes. So yeah, you can get all kinds of weather.
And how fun is it to make those environments and that, to make the weather dramatic in animation? That's what I want to know.
Yes, we study a lot of the Weather Channel and look for videos of storms and stuff to watch them and kind of get inspiration from them.
So there are storm chasers in animation studios too, is what you're saying?
Yes,
Like,
we just
yay, we get the
just do
swirl.
it from a desk.
Awesome.
We just do it from a desk.
Okay, we have a question right here.
Who's like your favorite character in Puffin Rock?
It's hard to decide, to be honest. And some days I feel more like one character than another, but I think Mossy's always a firm favorite. He's quite sassy, and I quite like that. I think I want to be more Mossy.
More Mossy, that's a good one. Does anybody else have a question about one of the characters? Let's see. Oh, got you.
What was your favorite part making the movie?
I need a minute to think about about that.
Well, one part that's really special for me is the flashback. So where we get to see Isabel's island because it's in a different style. So that was really special for me because I got to like try out new things, and I worked with one artist, and we did a lot of research about where those puffins, tufted puffins, come from and what her island might have looked like. So yeah, we got to like learn a lot about that part of the world, which is like between China and Alaska. And we were thinking about the artwork that would come from that region. And yeah, so that part is really special to me because I got to have my own little exploration.
That's so cool. I also wanted to ask about the different, not only different habitats, but like the different, whether someone's nocturnal or not, like the bats were so exciting. Tell us a little bit about like flipping over to that side.
Yes, and fans of the TV show will know of Otto and the Hoots, who make a very brief appearance on screen, but they're nocturnal, so they didn't take part in a lot of the action during the day. We did a lot of research on bats and hibernation patterns and when they come out and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And even the rocks that are in the cave, we actually looked into a lot of the rocks that are native to Ireland that would create that sparkly effect. So that, yeah, we even had like little rocks, pictures of different rocks and where they are around Ireland. So yeah, we get to learn a lot of information.
Definitely. All right. We probably have time for maybe 2 more questions. So let's see. Back there. Yeah.
What inspired you to make Puffin Rock?
I think it was created by Tom, Lily, and Paul, some 2 owners of the studio, and Lily did a lot of the artwork and stuff. I think it was just being able to create a show that could teach kids about nature and about Ireland, and but not as a nature documentary, but more as an engaging show that they can watch, but has naturalistic and teaching elements to it. Yeah.
It's just fun.
It's just such a beautiful world, and like, who doesn't love Oona and all these new characters and getting to name a new character? I think that's really cool. Like getting an egg to hatch. How did you do that?
We had lots of names before we came to the final names. So yeah, it takes a really long time. It also has to, it has to fit with the others. So for example, you can't have a name of a character that's too alike to another character because then you just get confused. So these are all things that we think about when we're naming characters.
And you can't have a character named like Bernice next to like Baba, right? Or can you?
We took a chance on Lala and Baba. So that we'll see how that goes.
That worked out pretty well, don't you? All right, maybe one more question back there.
How long did it complete the movie?
How long did it take to?
How long did it take to complete the movie? Tell us about your jobs and what's it like creating a universe like this.
Longer than it was supposed to. It did take a little bit longer. Obviously, out in the world, some stuff happened that caused some delays for us. But for myself and Jeremy, we just kept working the whole time because at the end of the day, we just wanted to make the film, and it didn't matter to us if it was going to take 1.5 years that it was supposed to take or 3 years that it ended up taking. At the end of the day, for us, like, we're working towards a day like today where it's in the cinema and loads of people who love Puffin Rock get to watch it.
Well, 3 years sounds pretty good to me. Very often it's like longer than you've been alive. So I think you did a great job, right? Didn't they do a great job? Huge round of applause for Lorraine and Jeremy. Thank you to the whole Cartoon Saloon team, to Dog Ears, to our cultural partners. We're so excited to kick this off. It's going to have a great life, and we are thrilled to launch it here. So tell everybody you know about Puffin Rock and the new friends. Thank you so much.